Hi there, my name is Patrick Colencherry, and I'm the CTO of Pristine. Pristine is an Austin-based startup that connects people and professionals through Google Glass. Our product, EyeSight, is a product that allows you to go see through your eyes and broadcast what you're seeing through your eyes through people around the world to any device. We've been around since around May of 2013, and in that time we've built a very strong team. We've raised more than $5 million in funding, and we've built a client base that's over 2,000 clients. We founded Pristine to go fundamentally change the way that healthcare is delivered. We started in the operating room and spread throughout the health system, helping doctors and nurses improve patient experience. What do those words mean? What is an improvement in patient experience? To highlight that, I'd like to go share with you guys one of our customer use cases. When babies are born prematurely, oftentimes they're separated from their mothers during the first few hours after their birth. Both the mother and child tend to be fairly sick, so they require careful, specialized care by different hospital teams. A NICU in Boston is using Pristine's technology and Google Glass in order to go connect mothers with their children to improve patient satisfaction. With our product, mothers can now get a dad's eye view of their children, from no matter how far the distance is. Our technology allows this connection between mother and child to improve patient experience and satisfaction. We quickly realized that if we can go do this in healthcare, we can do this anywhere else. So we began to expand across horizontals, going into manufacturing, medical devices, and field service to allow workers to remotely collaborate through our solution and through Glass. All of this is possible through the power of Docker and AWS. We depend on AWS for security, availability, and due to their partner ecosystem. For us, since AWS offers a HIPAA-compliant infrastructure, it allowed us to go build a product on a platform that we knew in a way that we could trust to scale. In addition, as a startup, it's difficult to build an enterprise-grade product when you're limited by capital. The AWS Activate program was there to help us build our product. And finally, when you're just a couple of people in a room, it's pretty hard to go build an enterprise-grade product by hiring rapidly. Luckily, we were able to leverage Amazon's partner infrastructure and ecosystem to go build our product. We worked with a local AWS partner called Flux7 in order to go build out our Amazon infrastructure and get 10 times more DevOps work done in a tenth of the time. Our infrastructure on Amazon uses a multitude of AWS services. Our end-to-end encrypted video calls require the use of a signaling and authentication component to allow our clients to connect to each other. These components are run on top of EC2 clusters that are distributed across multiple availability zones. In addition, we use elastic load balancers to go handle the load balancing of our traffic between our different signaling servers, and CloudFront to go serve our static web application. While the majority of our calls are point-to-point, some of these calls do require the use of a relay service in the cloud. We host this relay service on top of EC2 and use Elasticache to facilitate communication between our signaling servers and our relay servers. Now, all of these services on EC2 are made possible through Docker. Pristine depends on Docker for our growth. They are the key to our growth, and we use them everywhere, from our development tools and infrastructure all the way to our production environment. For us, Docker simplifies the workflow from development to production. What this means is that our engineers can build on the same containers, test on the same containers, and deploy the exact same containers across the board, from development to production. In addition, in the process of onboarding and replicating a production environment locally, rather than having to set up multiple virtual machines, we can take advantage of container linking to create this complex multi-node infrastructure locally very quickly. As a result, Docker also simplifies and reduces variability for our deployments. We can use the power of Docker to encapsulate our application and all of its dependencies into a single container. In addition, since Docker containers are built upon layers, rollbacks are extremely simple. We don't have to worry about rolling back dependencies or worry about bringing up an old AMI. We can simply just check out a tag of that Docker container. It's as easy as checking out a version from a source repository. Finally, Docker and AWS are perfect companions. We're using Docker with AWS to build a streamlined deployment process, blue-green deployment process. For a bit of context, a blue-green deployment process is a deployment process that involves bringing up a parallel environment in production, a parallel infrastructure group in production, which you launch your new services onto and then make the switch over at the load balancer layer. In the past, as we explored building out a blue-green deployment strategy, we saw that we'd have to go create new AMIs and spin up entirely new instances on new auto-scaling groups to go actually build this out. With Docker, we're simply able to go perform and execute a Docker pull in order to go and start a new container on our new infrastructure group, which is an order of magnitude faster than the process of building new AMIs for every single one of our microservices. Without Docker and AWS, it would have been extremely difficult, if not impossible, for us to rapidly build an enterprise-grade product. With AWS and AWS's global infrastructure, we hope to increase our availability and decrease our application latency so that we can provide our clients with the best possible product experience. All in all, Docker and AWS lets us be comfortable with the idea of our product scaling and working just as well as it did in that NICU in Boston as it does across hundreds of enterprises. Thank you.